Hey everyone, Paul Hernandez here, back at the Sideshow booth 1929. We're going to take a look at the 3 new in-the-line Spider-Man figures. Let's get to it. All right, up first, we have the Spider-Man premium format figure. Now, this has an incredible perspective forcing base. It shows Oscorp, and it actually has some really fun lighting elements on it as well. You see it's brighter on one side than the other. It's giving you the idea that the sun is hitting one side of Oscorp. Now, this particular Spider-Man is directly influenced by the comics, and you can tell by the way that it's sort of popping off the screen. It gives such a wonderful depth of feel, and it's an element that Daniel Bell, who is the sculptor on this, really wanted to capture. And you can see just all of the various levels of color that cascade up and down this piece, really giving you the element and putting a comic book story in your head. And of course, Spider-Man, using that thwip, you can see the intricacies of that web popping off that way. Now let's go around and check out the new Ghost Spider statue that has got a very similar base. Now this line is so cool because it really gives you a feel of these characters and what they sort of go through, and it really puts you into a comic book specifically. Now, looking at the Ghost Spider here, it is completely sculpted. She's also holding a web up there by her left hand, and it's got various fun levels of patterning up and down her costume. That purple with the blue inlays that make it look like webbing. And of course, she is holding a phone, and she's got Miles on that phone. That's who she's talking to. Now, the bodysuit itself, sleek, fun design into those blue shoes. And again, that forced perspective base that really makes you it really puts you into her shoes, gives you an understanding of where she's going. It gives it movement, it's kinetic, and there's so many fun details here. West 45th Street, as seen in some of the Spider-Gwen comics, and Gwen Stacy has lived on West 45th herself. And look at the way and the balance of this piece is so much fun. And of course, there's a fun Easter egg on the side here. It says Matthew Murdock, attorney at law, aka that's Daredevil. You can see him right there. Go ahead and call that number, folks. Just go ahead and call the number. Now, again, this is a line. There are 3 of them. So let's go ahead and move over to the last in the line that we're going to show, the Miles Morales premium format piece. Now, he is so incredible. Now, this piece actually does have a mixed media element with this jacket you're seeing. And look at the comic book proportions, this energy that is sort of popping off this. And you can see the subway here, which Miles takes often, or at least he used to before, he could swing around. And again, this base is playing with that color. You can tell this is a bit more of a nighttime event, more of a nighttime moment for these. And just the way that Miles is sort of popping out in between the buildings, it really gives you this sense that he is swinging through, and it makes it feel like you just opened up a page. It's almost like a pop-up comic book piece of art that is brought to life, and the team has worked incredibly hard to be able to bring that to you. And look at like the face gold and all of the detail, the silver eyes just pop so well. And again, that hood can pop on and off of him, and he is holding another web, as are all of the spider folk in this line. Now, the Spider-Man, the Ghost Spider, and the Miles Morales piece are up at sideshow.com. Or if you're here, head over to booth 1929, that is Sideshow's booth, or head over to sideshow.com. Thank you all so much for watching, and don't forget to let your geek side show.